Some people confuse power with ownership. The president of the HOA across from my ranch thought that just because she had a clipboard and a title, she could tell me what to do. But when she showed up at my gate uninvited, made demands, and threw a tantrum when I closed the gate in her face, she made a massive mistake. Because while she thought she was lecturing some backwoods rancher, she was actually screaming at the man who owns the land beneath her HOA's community center and front office. That's right, she was standing on land she rents from me. And after she called the cops, she lost more than the argument. She lost her title, her pride, and eventually, her office lease, too. The setup: my ranch, my boundary, her problem. I own 37 acres of ranch land in a small, high-end rural county. My family's held the deed for over 60 years. My house, barn, fencing, and private gate sit just south of an HOA called Redwood Estates. Now, Redwood Estates is one of those neighborhoods that prides itself on visual cohesion. Perfect lawns, identical mailboxes, passive-aggressive newsletters. Their HOA office and community building sit right at the edge of their development. What most people don't know, that land isn't theirs. It's mine. Decades ago, my grandfather leased the corner of our property to the original developer. That lease passed to me, and it still includes strict clauses about conduct, access, and use. The first encounter. I was at my gate one morning, tightening hinges, when a woman in heels and a red HOA badge walked up. "Are you the property manager here?" "Nope, I'm the owner." "Well, you need to repaint this gate and trim the grass outside. It's ruining the front entrance of Redwood Estates." "That's not your entrance. This is my ranch." "Yes, but the residents see it. It impacts our home values." I pointed to the sign. "Private ranch property, no HOA jurisdiction." She scoffed. "We'll see about that." The gate slam heard round the neighborhood. A few days later, she showed up again, this time with her phone out, filming. "You have failed to comply with community visual standards. If you refuse to clean up your border, we will notify legal authorities." I walked up and closed the gate in her face. Locked it. She screamed, "You cannot shut the gate on me! I'm the HOA president!" I said through the bars, "And I'm your landlord. Enjoy your remaining time in that office." She looked confused, shocked. I turned and walked back to the barn. Karen calls the cops. 15 minutes later, I hear tires on gravel. 2 sheriff deputies pull up, calm but curious. "We had a report of land dispute, something about blocking public access." I showed them my land deed, the commercial lease with Redwood Estates HOA, and security footage of her walking onto my land after being told not to return. They chuckled. Well, that's a first. The HOA president calling the cops on her own landlord. Time to enforce the lease. That same day, I sent a letter through my attorney. Notice of lease violation, harassment of landowner, unlawful access, misuse of leased property. They had 30 days to apologize, correct the HOA board's behavior, and agree in writing to cease all communication with me unless through counsel. They refused. So, I terminated the lease. The fallout. The HOA had to vacate their office building within 45 days. They tried to negotiate. I declined. The HOA president was voted out unanimously, and they had to move into a portable trailer on their tennis court while they scrambled to find a new space. Residents were furious, not at me, but at her. One even came by and dropped off a 6-pack of craft beer with a note that read, "Thank you for protecting our neighborhood from our own HOA." The new sign. I replaced the gate sign with this: "Private Ranch Road. You may be loud, but I'm your landlord." Under it,
Trespass again, and I'll lease it to chickens. Final thoughts. Some people wear a title and think it gives them power. But the truth is, when you disrespect the people around you, especially the one who owns the ground under your feet, you don't just lose the argument, you lose everything.